Okay, folks, here's your lesson on biomes. You should have already watched a video on forest biomes, and today you'll be looking at an aquatic biome. So this is actually our last official, well, we do have another lesson, another note later called Human Effect on Ecosystems and Biomes, but there's only a little bit that you have to write down there. It's a long lesson, but there's only a bit to write down. So as far as your notebook goes, this will be the last big one that you have to write down. So first of all, what is a biome? Biomes are large geographic regions with similar climate and characteristic plant and animal life. And I don't know if I can zoom in on this. No, I can't, which is fine. And what you can see there is different types of biomes, right? That dark green one that goes across of most of northern Canada, or actually most of Canada, is the boreal forest biome, mostly needly trees. There's overlap. The biomes do overlap. It's not to say that there's no maple trees or leafy trees up there, but they call that the boreal forest. Now, if you can look at where we are, I got to go back there. If you look at where we are down kind of at the bottom of Lake Huron, we are technically in, I think, a deciduous forest biome, which means we mainly grow naturally. We grow leafy trees. We do have some pine trees, needly trees as well, coniferous trees they're called. But anyways, there's 6 major biomes in North America. There's the tundra. That's way up in northern Canada where mostly mosses and lichens grow, very little trees, or if any. There's the grassland, that would be in the prairie provinces. There's the temperate deciduous forest, that's us. There's the boreal coniferous forest, that would be in northern Ontario and most of northern Canada, except for the tundra. There's the desert biome, which, believe it or not, does extend, I think, up into Alberta, Saskatchewan a little bit. And then there's technically some tropical rainforest. There's parts of British Columbia by the ocean that are technically a part of a tropical rainforest. Now, I know this says in North America, so of course there are deserts. And if you consider Mexico a part of North America, which it technically is, then I've definitely, one of the only places I've been to outside of Canada is Mexico, and I did go to a tropical rainforest. So boundaries between biomes don't end abruptly. They have a gradual transition, and those are called ecotones, where you're going to have actually a lot of where we would travel, like up along Lake Huron, if you've ever gone near Barrie, Parry Sound, Sudbury, then you're going to see a lot of overlap. It's not just straight boreal forest. It's going to be a mixture of boreal forest and temperate forest, deciduous forest. Climate patterns influence the types of organisms that live there. There are 2 important abiotic, that means non-living, factors that determine the type of biome. The amount of H2O, that's water, so the amount of precipitation and water available, and the energy, hot desert, cold tundra. Tropical rainforest and grassland. They all have different amounts of energy available. So those are the main influencing factors. I just want to get back onto that full screen. I clicked ahead before so this would be like precipitation, rainfall. And then it can also be available water like lake water, rivers, streams. That's all parts of these. Those are all abiotic factors that influence what types of things can live there, and that influences the type of biome that it is. The amount of energy usually comes from the sun. Or it has to come from the sun, I should say. So ideally, to get the most biodiversity out of an ecosystem, out of a biome, I should say, is to have lots and lots of precipitation and also lots and lots of sun. Too much sun with not very much precipitation and you get a desert. Too much precipitation and not a lot of sun, then you get lakes and oceans and swamps. The right amount of both, and you get the most biodiverse biomes in the world, and that would be your tropical rainforest. There's so much living matter in them. It's amazing. So that's just a very, very, very quick lesson on biomes in general. I want you to go back, if you didn't do so already, and pause it on each slide and write those into your notebook. And then let's look at what activities we have to do with that. So this is in block 2, January 13th. unless this is a different year and I'm still doing this. Just a worksheet and an article on biomes. So it says there's a handout. Here's the handout. It's called Canadian Biomes. So read through this, read, and then answer these questions. All right. So this will be, is this your last assignment? Other than your assessment that you're going to do in the afternoon, this is your last official assignment that you have to hand in. All right. So some of it's fill in the blanks. Just keep doing it like you're doing it. Some of you make a Google Doc and you just number the blanks and answer them. That's fine. If you have access to a printer, that's even better. Print this out and fill it out. So as you read through that, and you could also do this in Google Docs and just go to insert chart or table, and then just make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 column, or I should say rows. And if you get something that looks like that, then you can just fill it in. You can use the internet as a resource also if you want to know like the average temperature of a tundra, then that goes in there. Where's the location of the tundra? And again, this is Canadian biome, so you don't have to tell me where the tundra is in Russia or in Greenland or in Iceland. Just for Canadian biomes, where's the tundra? Okay? So that's your activity. It's one of your last assignments of the week, other than your final assessment. So, take your time with it, do a good job, read through that, answer the questions, hand them in when you're done. Jump back onto Google Meet if you have any questions about it. I don't think I need to say anything else. I'll see you back in the afternoon. All right. Good luck, guys.